Hello, my dear students. So, before introducing the today class, first let's refresh ourselves with a very nice fruits, the king of fruits, mango, which is a favorite to everybody. And today, start before starting the classes, we will test a very nice mango pickle. Can you tell me how? Yes, students. So see, for you, I show you the very interesting video, which shows you should remember yours, grandma mango pickles. What she's preparing in home, how pickle is prepared in home, students. It's a very tasty and healthy for everybody's. So we have lots of varieties of mango in India, and it can be preserved in various forms such as pickles, jams, jellies. So students, see the very carefully the videos and get you can get a lot of interested in how to make a pickles, and it's a very tasty pickles. Yes, let's see, students.
Seal the jar and allow to mature for 15 days. Once the pickle has matured, refrigerate for a longer shelf.
Wow, it's really very tasty pickles. What a wonderful taste, and what a nice spices things is added there. It's really awesome, students. And say, students, there are many pickles that are made at homes, like mango pickles, lemon pickles, amla pickles, etc. And these all pickles are really very tasty like this. Okay, students, so you also want to taste right now? Yeah, of course, you also, after seeing the video, you also get interested to test the pickles, right, students? So, my dear students, can you tell me why salt and edible oils are added in this pickles? When you observing the video, oh, can you tell me why salt and edible oils added by grandmother? So, these two are this is the today our topic, students, food preservations. Yes, my dear students, these are the two main preservatives which is used since ages to prevent a microbial growth, students. So this is why we add extra oil to pickles. Okay, students, as you have seen in the video very carefully, oiling is done in the when the pickles are made. So preservations by salt is known as salting. Okay, students, saltings help to preserve fruits for long times. Okay, students, for long times it will be preserved. So, my dear students, today's topic of discussion is food preservations and its method. So watch the video very carefully up to the last, and you get lots of ideas. So, let's see, students, very attentions. See the video properly and listens. Say first, food preservation, students. See, food preservation is what, student? Food preservation is one of the methods to protect food from unwanted microbial growth. Okay, students, so food preservation is one of the methods to protect food from unwanted microbial growth. After the food is produced, we store and protect by covering the, suppose in your home rice prepared, curry prepared. So what we do, we store and protect by covering it with lids to keep away flies and other insect. Right, students? By this we are protecting it from infections, any type of infection is there? No. So we are protecting from infections, okay, caused by them. So this is a short-term conditions, students. Food preservation, on the other hand, is done to preserve food for longer time. So today we are discussing food preservations is done to preserve food for a longer time. How? So very carefully say, students, our first methods of preservations of food. So students, let's have a discussions of food preservations methods. First, chemical methods. The salt and edible oils are two main preservatives. Preservative is what, students? Preservatives are chemicals or natural substance which are used for preservations. Okay, students, and these substances are known as preservatives. Okay, students, like salt and edible oils are two main preservatives. Okay, students, which are used since ages to prevent microbial growth. That is why we add extra oil to pickles. You are observed in the video. Okay, preservations by salt is known as salting. Salting helps to preserve fruits for a long time. Okay, students, you see salt also very useful. Okay, the salting helps to preserve fruits for a long terms. Okay, students, meats and fishes can also be preserved by salting. Okay, students, so these are, so students, preservations by vinegars is done by adding vinegars as microorganisms cannot live in sour environments provided by the same. So preservation by vinegars is done by adding a vinegar, as microorganisms cannot live in sour environments provided by the. So students, other preservatives include vinegar, sodium benzoates. Okay, students, these are next sugar. Preservations by sugar. Sugar is another common preservatives used in jams and jellies. Okay, students, sugar is another common preservatives used in jams and jellies. Sugar is a good moisture absorbent. By reducing moisture's content, it restrains the microbial growth. Okay, students, so sugar is a good moisture absorbent. Okay, it also inhibits the growth of microbes that spoil foods. Jams, jellies, like, are preserved using a sugar. Okay, so jams and jellies are preserved using sugar. So preservation by sugar is done by adding sugar. Understood, students? So moving to the next. See, next, sun drying. Sun drying is one another methods of food preservations. Food like vegetables and fruits are sliced and sun dried in order to remove moistures from them. This dehydrated food, this dehydrated foods product can be stored and preserved. Okay, students. So sun drying is one another methods of preserving foods. Okay, students. See, next is boiling and freezings. So boiling and freezings are the two others methods used to preserve foods. Okay, students, deep freezings directly prevents the bacterial growth, as many bacteria cannot sustain their life below 0 degrees Celsius. Understood, students? So deep freezing directly prevents the bacterial growth, as many bacteria cannot sustain their life below 0 degrees Celsius. Understood, students? So, one thing I need to discuss, pasteurizations is another methods of preserving milk. Okay, students. So, pasteurizations, who discovered? Louis Pasteur. So Louis Pasteur got the name of scientist very carefully, students. Louis Pasteur discovered the process of pasteurizations. Okay, students. During pasteurizations, milk, understood, student, milk, our daily life things. So milk is first heated to about 70 degrees Celsius. Okay, students, 70 degree Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds. Understood, students? 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled. Sudden chilling of milk is done to prevent a growth of microbes. Understood, students? Pasteurization is what, students? As a methods of preserving milk. Who discovered pasteurization? That is Louis Pasteur. Discovered the process of pasteurizations. Okay, so got it, students? Next, students, bottling and canning. Bottling and canning is a methods of preserving drinks, colas, beverages, and other products which are to be stored under low temperatures. Understood, students? So bottling and canning is a methods of preserving drinks, colors, beverages, and others products which are to be stored under low temperature, students. Carbon dioxide, okay, CO2 is added as a preservatives. CO2, carbon dioxide, students, is added as a preservatives in small cold drinks. Okay, students? So in the canning, students, in the canning methods, the food's contents are sealed in an airtight containers at high temperatures. Understood, students? What we get the idea is bottling and canning. The food contents are sealed in an airtight containers at high temperatures. Okay, students? Like so, let's have a recap what we discussed today. We discuss first what is food preservations. So we already know that food preservations is one of the methods to protect food from unwanted microbial growth. Understood, students? So food preservation, you get an idea. So afterwards, what we discuss, say students, what thing.
Why are you adding so much oil and salt to the mango pickle?
Dear, it is to preserve it from spoilage. This method is called pickling.
Is this the only way to preserve food?
No, dear. There are other methods also.
Can you tell me about them?
Sure. We dry the grapes by removing the water to get raisins. This is called as drying. We keep all the fresh fruits and vegetables and the cooked food in refrigerator. That is how we preserve food by refrigerating. Another method is by deep freezing. Usually, meat and fish are preserved by this method. Canning and bottling the food can also preserve it.
Like the jams and sauces?
Yes, dear.
Use refrigerator to keep vegetables, fruits and cooked food fresh for a long time. The food do not spoil as the coolness in the refrigerator does not let the bacteria grow. Mother Dairy uses pasteurization to prevent spoiling the milk. If we heat milk at 60 degrees Celsius and then rapidly cool it, it will not get spoiled. This method of preservation is called pasteurization after the name of its inventor, Louis Pasteur. Some fruits and vegetables can be kept for a long time by drying them. Drying is a method to remove water content from the food. Drying can be done by keeping the food in the sun. You must have seen potato chips made at home by drying them in the sun. Another method of preserving fruits and vegetables is to make their pickles. Excess salt and oil in pickles do not allow growth of bacteria. We also prepare jams, sauces and murabba from fruits and vegetables. In this way, seasonal fruits and vegetables can be preserved and used for a longer period. Cereals like wheat, rice and maize are stored in big containers or gunny bags. These containers are kept in a dry place. The food grains are dried before storage. The containers must also have airtight lids.
Are made in your house, okay, from ripe and unripe mangoes. So in your house with ripe mangoes, you can prepare mamidi tandra milkshakes, okay. With unripe mango, you prepare the pickles chutneys, as you have seen today's class how to prepare the pickles very nicely. And see students, different types of pickles we are discussed today, different types of pickles, like mango pickles, lemon pickles, mixed vegetable pickle students, amla pickles. So there's many pickles, okay, that is made at home, like mango pickles, lemon pickles, amla pickles, okay students. So these are thing we are discussed today. More thing, say we are discussing about the food preservations and the methods of the food preservation, right students? So we are discussing about food preservations methods, salts, how salts and edible oils act as preservatives, okay students, which are used since ages to prevent microbial growth. Okay, we are discussing about sugars, which is as a common preservatives used in jams and jellies. And we also get an ideas about boilings and refrigerations, which helps to prevent around 70% of microbial growths. Okay, so boiling kills the microorganisms that cannot tolerate extreme temperatures. Thus, it helps in the food preservation, right, students? And refrigerators have very low temperatures, since microbes do not get optimum temperatures they need for growth. Their growth is inhibited. So pasteurizations, who develops this process? Pasteurizations developed by Louis Pasteur. What is who developed pasteurizations method? That is developed by Louis Pasteur's. Okay, it is used until today to preserve milk. Okay students, so these are all things we are discussing. More about, we are discussing about canning. The food contents are sealed in an airtight containers at high temperatures, right students? Which foods, meat, fish, fruits are preserved by canning, right students? So these are all things we are discussing. So hope so you get proper ideas of all the things and interested very well. So revise all the things very well and study in your home. Stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself students. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you.